Hey guys, Gmail Zero. Sorry about the wind, if there's a lot of wind blowing. Stop for the mid-morning coffee here. I was thinking about a conversation that we was having last night with some good friends on Skype. Was talking with the Frog Toad, Ben the Bondsman, Prepper 556, and I'll put some of them links down in the bottom. And an interesting question was brought up is, what do we as preppers, and especially what do we as YouTubers, what do we get out of sharing with other people and teaching other people and answering questions and trying to help new preppers get started and trying to get people to quote unquote wake up and realize what's going on. And there was a lot of good responses, a lot of good answers, and I don't think there is really one single right answer, but there's a whole bunch of them. I think first and foremost, we all get a sense of satisfaction of watching somebody learn, of helping somebody learn and figure something out. That's always a good feeling. If somebody has a question and you can help them get it figured out and get headed in the right direction, well, that always makes you feel good. One, it makes you feel good on the inside because you feel like you're really helping this person out, not just giving him something to eat, but you're teaching him how to continue eating in the future. If you help him, learn gardening, or if you help him learn, meat preserving, or those kinds of things, dehydrating and whatnot. Second of all, the more people who are prepared, or the more quote-unquote preppers, and we all know about that term. I mean, the homesteaders. If somebody wants to move out of the city and start up a little homestead farm, a little hobby farm, man, that is wonderful. I love that idea. Now, that's not for everybody. A lot of people can't leave the city. That's fine. Then they're not a homesteader. They're a prepper. They're stocking up on stuff. They're learning. They're getting things on sale and dehydrating them or canning them, and that's great too. That's awesome. Because the way I look at it is, the more people who are aware of the fact that something may occur that is going to be either devastating to their family or their community, we're getting into tornado season and storm season, and an SHTF, like I've always said, it doesn't have to be some nationwide, worldwide, all the cities are in flames type of situation. It could be like a Joplin, to where a tornado comes through and wipes out the whole town, or a Katrina, to where a hurricane comes through and wipes out a whole area. That's localized. I'm in Ohio. I didn't feel any of that, but there was a lot of people who were in bad shape. Now, if your house gets completely torn away and gone, your preps are going to be gone, and that sucks. There's nothing you can do about that. You can't control that, so you can't base your prepping on that. Don't say, well, I'm not going to stock up a whole bunch of food because what may happen around here is a tornado and it's just going to be gone anyway. Well, yeah, but there also may be a situation to where your house is still intact. You may be that one house on the block that's still up, and then all your neighbors, you can help them out. Somebody may lose their job, somebody may get injured, somebody may get sick. All these other situations can happen. So don't base your prepping thinking on the fact that, well, if something bad happens, my house is going to be gone anyway, so why bother? Don't think like that. But like I say, we as YouTube preppers, we get, for every person who begins to prep and for every person who preps, that's one less person in the world who's going to need help because they're ready and they're prepared. I hear people say all the time, well, if crap hits the fan, people knocking on my door, we're going to have to turn them away. And that's exactly right. I mean, we prep for our family. And we prep for our needs. There are some people who, are able to prep and have lots of extra stuff and that can help other folks out, but I'm not in a financial position to where I can do that. And there's a lot of us out there who aren't in a position where we can prep for 40 or 50 people, to help people, and that's just the way it is. That's just reality of life. I prep for my family, just like I would expect my neighbors to prep and provide for their family. So everybody that we can wake up, or that we can get into prepping, or we can get to see the benefits of storing food and learning how to grow food and can food and stuff like that, well, then that's just one less person that's going to need help when the crap hits the fan. And thirdly, one of the last things we talked about, could you imagine how strong this country would be and how formidable this country would be if we were a country that had 300 or 400 million preppers in it? Because I mean, you look at you look at us as preppers and homesteaders and bushcrafters. We're educated in how to feed ourselves. We're educated in weapons and ammo and how to use them, and we train with them and we practice with them. And if we got 300 or 400 million of us in this country who are like us and are like that and are prepared and have their weapons and know how to use them and are responsible and we're ready for whatever they're going to throw at us, man alive. Well, that would be something right there. That would be a thing. We would definitely be just our prepper community would be a force to be reckoned with. That's what I think we get out of sharing and I don't know, sharing ideas, kicking around ideas. I don't necessarily consider myself a teacher because I'm not an expert on anything. I'm not a real super smart person. I mean, I'm got the country dumb thing going on, and I can figure stuff out. But I figured out of necessity more than intelligence. A lot of it's trial and error. So I mean, I don't really know that I'm a teacher, but I will share ideas with people and kick them around, and that's how we learn. Watch other people's channels, watch stuff that people are doing. They may take 4 or 5 different ideas from 4 or 5 different people, make it their own, just like cooking. You take a recipe and it's got garlic in it, but you're not a big fan of garlic. You take the garlic out, and now it's that's the way you like it, and that's the way you do it, and that's great. That's what life's about. Take ideas and make them your own, and turn them into something that works for you. So that's what I think we get out of the YouTube community, the prepper community, and people who share. Because there's a lot of preppers who don't do videos. There's a lot of preppers out there who are not on YouTube, and those of us who are, we expose ourselves to certain things. But there's more good in it than bad, if you ask me. Because even though there may be, the person who gives you the crappy comment or the thumbs down and the dislikes, well, I don't know about them people. They need to find something better to do with their time. My videos are for the people who have questions, who are interested in this and who would do this, or just starting to do this, and they want to know that, hey, I've been labeled this prepper, but am I still a normal person? Well, yeah, you're still a normal person, because in my opinion, everybody needs to be, have a little bit of something set back anyway. I mean, to me, not having things set aside for an emergency situation, that's not normal. But that's my opinion. Like I say, I'm by no means an expert on anything. So anyway, I wanted to let you guys know, this is what I feel we get out of making videos and trying to help people, kick around ideas and learn things and get into prepping and gardening and dehydrating. That's what we get out of it. We get out of it. One, we get neighbors who are prepared right along with us. That way they're not knocking on our door and their kids aren't hungry if something hits the fan. Two, we feel good about ourselves about helping people the only way, that we can. If somebody lives in Texas and I live in Ohio, about the only thing that I can share with them is a video or a phone call or something like that to help them out. But it makes me feel good because I still feel like I'm helping them, even though I'm only giving them my opinion on something or showing them how I do something that works for me. That may help them out through their situation. So that makes me feel good because I feel like I'm trying to give something back, because I've had a lot of help and I want to try to give something back. And third, the more people we get into it, the stronger of a country we're going to be. And that's just bottom line. The more people we can get into it, the stronger we are going to be as a country, as a nation, as a community. And that's also something that we can feel good about. So just some of my morning thoughts, and hopefully I didn't ramble too much. And like I say, guys, thank you very much for your views and your subscriptions. It really means a lot to me. I can't believe that I'm that interesting, but it means a lot to me, and I really appreciate the support from my family and from my friends, and for myself. And going to finish my cup of coffee now and enjoy a little bit of God's creation and the beautiful early summer we're getting into, and then we're going to get back out and scratch around a little bit more. We've got some projects in the works here coming up. We'll be building a, I've got an idea to build like a barbecue out of cinder blocks, a barbecue grill, but at the same time I'm going to build it where it's got walls so it can be a barbecue slash smoker slash solar dehydrator, because I like multi-purpose stuff. So I'm working on those plans. I'm thinking about it, thinking about how I want to do it, what kind of materials that I need, trying to scavenge some lumber and some cinder blocks right now. No, I'm not going to run out and buy anything. Don't need to. I can scavenge it and we'll get it. So like I say, that's one of the projects that's coming up here real soon. I think that's going to be one we're going to be starting on here within the next week or so. So keep your eyes for that. And in the meantime, guys, thanks for everything. I really appreciate you. In the end.